Take a moment to consider what your hopes and dreams are. Now, chances are that they are not the hope for access to clean water, or protection from preventable disease, and even death, or simply to go to bed without being hungry. Well, these are the hopes of 35% of the world's population. That's 2.5 billion people who wish for some of the basic privileges that we in the developed world just take for granted. Over a third of the world. That's not an insignificant amount. The sheer number of people affected by poverty makes it the largest issue we face today, and one that we are all obliged to try and solve. Our vision at Giving What We Can is to end poverty, and that's not some vague goal. We aim to end poverty by 2030. But isn't that just being overly optimistic? Isn't poverty this impossible issue that's infinite, bottomless, and just downright unsolvable? Well, it would cost $13 billion per year to provide universal access to basic health and nutrition. Water and sanitation for all would come to approximately $9 billion per year. And providing access to basic education for everyone would cost around $6 billion. These are real figures and real targets. Now, they could be interpreted as being unachievable or even unrealistic. Talking in factors of billions is daunting and hard to even imagine. But something thought-provoking to keep in mind is that there are 300 million people in the United States alone, so a donation of $1 billion would come to just over $3 per person. Still though, tackling global poverty does not look cheap. But take a look at our annual spending on things like perfumes, pet food and cigarettes. We spend an unbelievable amount of money on these products, and government spending on military and defense dwarfs practically all other worldwide expenditure. We have the means to eradicate global poverty, and all of us have the capacity to make a huge difference. Put simply, we all have the ability to save lives. And at Giving What We Can, we are committed to doing that as effectively as possible, by giving to the very best charities, like the Against Malaria Foundation, and conducting in-depth, rigorous research to find even more of the very best charities. By giving effectively, we can eliminate global poverty. Already, $138 million has been pledged by Giving What We Can members, and that's in just 3 years. So what has this money done? Well, a donation of $50 to the AMF assures 1 year of healthy life for one person, so a $138 million donation guarantees 3 million years of healthy life. Now that's still a figure that's pretty difficult to comprehend, so you could think of it as assuring an additional year of healthy life for the entire population of Botswana. We all have the power to do something amazing, with each and every one of us being able to contribute in the fight against extreme poverty, and by committing ourselves to the most effective charities, we can each make our individual contributions have a massive impact, and that's not just now, but throughout our lives. In the developed world, we have a disproportionate amount of wealth, with the richest 20% owning not 30 or even 50%, but in fact 80% of global income. Our relative wealth gives us the opportunity to do an incredible amount of good. We can make dramatic improvements in people's lives by just giving a small fraction of our income to the most cost-effective charities. So, why not try out giving? And we can make a world without poverty.